In a topic taboo. Hey there, kids, it's Folie,
It feels like it's been a long time.
I know it does because we overachieved last week.
Yeah, we doubled up.
Yep. We doubled up and then we recorded our mini episode a few days early. And you know what? I think that threw us off our game.
It did. I think it did. Although, surprisingly, I was okay with our mini when I listened to it.
Yeah, it wasn't the mini that was not good.
Mm-hmm.
It was the fact that we had like 3 days to get it done.
Yeah.
And we got it done a day late.
Yes, which is amazing.
It was awesome. It happened nonetheless. It proves that procrastination is key for some people.
It is. And we could have easily just been like, you know what? Forget it. We're late.
We're not doing it.
We
We're
already
just not
Facebook
even.
Lived it.
We even said that as an option, and then we looked at each other and we're like,
No,
man.
let's publish this thing.
Yeah.
And it's so funny about tasks that you put off.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times when you actually sit down to do them, it takes like less than 5 minutes.
Yes.
And that's how long it took me to wite that stupid title and description.
And
I
you know
say
what?
stupid because I mean it.
And I bet you, in fact, I know that you overthought the fact that you hadn't done it yet way longer than it took you to actually do it.
I spent more time texting you about the fact that I hadn't done it yet than it took me to actually just do it.
Yeah. It's so ridiculous.
It is.
Well, that's Folie Ado.
That's Folie Ado, and we come
That's
to you
who we are.
today
Mm-hmm.
with a slightly deeper knowledge of ourselves.
Yes, we do. And why is that?
Because we just took a personality test online.
Yes, we did. And not your normal personality type test.
No, we already know that I am an ENFP.
And I am an INFP.
Yes. But that's the good stuff.
Yes.
We wanted to know just how screwed up we are.
Mm-hmm.
So we took a narcissism assessment.
Yes. I want you guys to guess. Go ahead, guess.
Go ahead and guess. I would like to say that I did call the more concerning part of my results, and I was right.
Mm-hmm.
So the Oracle at Delphi has nothing on me there.
No.
I know myself.
You know.
Do you want to tell them our scores?
Sure. Amy. No, I
want to say
got
yours.
Okay.
I'm so proud of Melody. She's such a good person.
I think it just makes me bland.
No way. She scored so low because she's so humble.
Whatever.
Even though she shouldn't be.
Oh,
she got a 9 out of, what was
8.
it?
It was an 8.
An 8. Oh my gosh, an 8! She got an 8.
An 8 out of 40.
Out of 40.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a solid 15.
Which isn't bad. I mean, it wasn't even half.
That's true. It could be so much worse.
It could be so much worse. But let's tell them about the different parts.
Okay, so the thing that popped me off the charts and probably hiked me up to the 15 was the thing I predicted, which was that my vanity score was not only high, it was the maximum.
Yes.
And that's a hard one to explain. It's not hard to explain. I love looking in the mirror. I'm not going to lie. It's fun for me. I find my face as a form of expression. Mm-hmm. Do I think I'm the most beautiful person? No way. I've seen looking across the table at you. I think you're more beautiful than I am.
Whatever.
You are so beautiful.
Thank you.
But I do like my face.
Yeah, and there's
I
nothing
like
wrong with
doing
that.
stuff to it. Normal stuff, mostly.
And you have a great bod, and you like...
I'm proud of my body.
Yes.
And
You've worked for it.
Yes. And it's not because it's perfect, but because it is a post-2 babies, post-cancer survivor's body.
Yes.
And I never thought that I would feel so strong and so capable. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, sometimes I'll slap my own butt because I do a lot of squats. And sometimes I'll make my husband do it, too.
How can you not?
Yeah.
Sometimes I have troubles not slapping your butt.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear. See, that makes me feel good. That's my vanity.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what? I think that it would, that it's a whole lot worse to hate yourself and to not want to look at yourself and than to ever feel overly proud of yourself.
As women, we are taught to strive so hard to look beautiful, but also to hate ourselves.
Yes.
So if we ever get to the point where we're truly like, I'm cool with the way I look, I'm happy with the way I look, then suddenly the world is like, oh, let me point out all your flaws.
Yeah.
To knock
or
you
to
back
make
down.
you, yeah, exactly. People will tell you, the same people will tell you, don't hate yourself, you're so beautiful, you need to love yourself. But then they turn around and will say, look at how vain and look at how...
Yes.
It's ridiculous.
And the people who hate themselves the most, I also feel, are the most critical of others.
Oh, absolutely.
I really feel... and I'm lucky, this is the truth too, it's not just my bias. I have some of the most beautiful friends. They are, I mean, seriously, like some of the prettiest people I've ever met. And they all happen to be very humble. But I think I can see that in them because I'm also happy with the way I look.
Yeah.
I try not to compare. I try to be like, wow, like Shayla's hair is like a goddess. And Amy, like, she's like, what is that girl's name? From Mad Men?
Kristen.
Yeah.
God,
why are we drawing a blank?
Hang on just a second. That makes me so mad at myself. Christina, hang on just a second.
She's that chick that Melody's looking up. And Melody is seriously the cutest person I've ever seen in my whole life.
No.
Yes. And I love to just look at people. I don't just like to look at myself. Yesterday, I helped Melody with a wedding. I got to be her assistant, and I just got to stare at people. And it was, I kind of stood in the bushes, which was pretty creepy, I guess. I was trying to be unobtrusive.
Christina Hendricks.
Of course! Oh my gosh!
Yes.
Yes. So my point is Christina Hendricks standing in the bushes staring at people. If I'm going to be vain, it's better than some of these other things.
Absolutely.
Tell us a little more about your score.
Oh, I was about, let me get back to it. Vanity, I was a little more than midway between minimum and maximum. No entitlement, no exploitativeness.
Exploitativeness?
Say that word.
Both of us. That's a stupid word. It shouldn't exist. And both of us got 0 on...
self-sufficiency.
I got 0 on self-sufficiency too.
That's weird.
No self-sufficiency, no exploitativeness, and just a teeny bit of entitlement for me.
That's okay. Authority, I was like right at the minimum. Superiority, I was a little below midway.
That's good.
And exhibitionism.
Beautiful.
Thank you. I was about the same as authority, towards the minimum.
Oh, that's good.
What did you tell me?
I was less than half on authority. 0 on self-sufficiency. Maybe it is because of our teamwork attitude towards a lot of things. Superiority, I'd rather not say.
Where were you?
I wasn't maximum, but I was over half.
That's okay. It's okay.
It's okay. Overall, my score was good. Exhibitionism was also over half. But just barely.
Just barely, guys.
I mean, I literally spend a good portion of my time shaking my booty for strangers.
Yeah.
I think you kind of have to have that in you.
That's true.
Yeah. Your score will rise.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. 0 exploitativeness. We've already discussed vanity. And just a smidge, you need a little bit of entitlement.
Yeah. I mean...
And it's because I am entitled. I mean, I am, what's the word, privileged. I don't even know how to talk about this, but it's true. And if I don't recognize it, then that's even worse.
Yep.
And I've gotten my dad told me this growing up. He's like, because you're from, an upper middle class family, you're white, you're attractive, you're going to get opportunities that other people don't get. That's just the way the world works. It's not fair. Yeah. But at least acknowledge it. Yeah. And look out for people who don't have the same opportunities you have. Yeah. And it must have sunk in a little.
It just means that you are aware.
Yeah, it just means I'm aware. Yep. As I am of vanity. Maybe I need to work on it. Poll. Should I try to become less vain? If so, is it even possible?
Listen, like we had discussed before, I in no way would describe you to somebody as a vain person.
Thank you.
Ever. I know that you like taking selfies. Mm-hmm. You sent me 4 yesterday.
I was bored.
Yeah.
I had 5 minutes to myself.
What else are you going to do? We were at a beautiful location. Yes. The light was great. Come on. And they were amazing. But I also know that I told you last night that one of the many, many things I love about you is your confidence. Mm-hmm. But I also know that there are some insecurities as well.
Oh, some deep, deep, dark ones.
Yeah. And so I don't think there's anything wrong with the vanity. You're not overly vain.
I'm not overly van. And I think a van is my hobby. I have my own
white van
is my hobby, and you should come and join me because I do have candy
and puppies,
and they're real good,
and a clown costume,
which I look dang cute in.
Not to be vain or anything.
So just to bring us down to a hopefully not boring section, I really want to read a quote from C.S. Lewis. We haven't read a quote in a while.
No.
So this is about vanity. Mm-hmm. He says, vanity is really the least bad and most pardonable sort of pride. The vain person wants praise, applause, admiration, too much, and is always angling for it. It is a fault, but a childlike and even, in an odd way, a humble fault. It shows that you are not yet completely contented with your own admiration. You value other people enough to want them to look at you. You are, in fact, still human. Mm-hmm. That describes a good portion of our society, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe it's just maybe I was picking up on the zeitgeist of the times.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I'm so amazing. Oh, God. I'm so insufferable.
I'm incorrigible.
Spank me again.
Amy, put down the beer.
I feel like I heard something. I heard that somewhere. I was quoting something.
Yeah.
I'm trying to let you say the next thing because I'm very self-conscious about being narcissistic right now.
Well, I don't know where we're going.
Okay. Well, then I'll pull out my notes.
Yeah.
So this podcast, in a loose, don't hold us to it sort of way, is about our healthy obsessions.
Oh, yeah, that's where we were going.
We both have obsessive personalities, and we've learned that if we subvert our obsessions to something positive, like, fill the white van with flowers and deliver them to old people.
Yes.
Don't pick up the old people and take them to a remote location in your white van.
Bury them under the flowers.
See, get this. Yeah. I mean, yeah. One hobby is acceptable, the other is not. And if you have questions, maybe you need to take some sort of psychological evaluation. But our point is, we like to focus on healthy obsession.
Yeah.
That uses our own obsessive natures for the good. Mm-hmm. The good of ourselves and mankind.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes we find that we hate them after we try them.
Yes, and that's okay.
It's okay.
It's a learning experience.
We want to try it. How do we know we hate it or love it if we don't try it?
So, Melody, I have a question. Mm-hmm. If you had to rank your obsessions from your favorite to your least favorite of the ones that we've gone through, which I can remind you they are in my notes, I would like to know what they are.
Since we've been doing the challenges?
Yeah.
So we've only had 2, right?
Yeah. We called it healthy obsessions and constructive rebellions, but that was sort of a fancy way of saying the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So our first one was the clothing experiment, which I hated.
Yes. It's not good for vanity.
No, it isn't at all. Or show-offiness.
Or even
which would be
practicality, yeah.
Yeah. No, I didn't enjoy that. I do want to minimize my wardrobe. Mm-hmm. I want to declutter my closet. Mm-hmm. But I want to wear different clothes.
Me too.
I want to wear either different clothes or the same one outfit for the rest of my life.
Yes.
And I am not going to do the latter.
Nope. I want so much to wear different clothes.
Me too.
Sometimes multiple outfits in a single day.
Yeah, me too.
It's fun.
It really is. So that was a no. We have stopped wearing makeup. Yes. Not eye makeup. We love, or lip makeup. Mm-hmm. We love that as a form of artistic expression.
Yes, yes.
But as far as coating our faces with foundation, ugh, the thought makes me claustrophobic.
Me too. It freaks me out. And there have been a couple times when I've been like looking in the mirror like, oh, my nose is a little bit red. Mm-hmm. Let me dab a little something there. And then you do that and you're like, I guess I'll put a thin veil of this crap all over my face. And then I regret it.
Yes.
Every time I've done it.
Same. So following our girl that we're going to go ahead and name drop again, Jackie J from the Natch Butte, has been talking about face masks.
Yes.
And I went out and purchased some today. I mean, a buttload. But I got them from Marshall's.
Yeah.
They may suck. I don't know, but I heard, actually,
they're probably pretty decent.
They're pretty decent. So I got a ton of them for not super expensive. And I'm going to just work on, I made sure all of these are natural, organic ones as well. Mm-hmm. Good ingredients. I bought some castor oil. I'm going to try to use
castor oil.
I Amazon primed it, so it'll be here in 2 days. I did these things so that I can start naturally making my skin feel better and look better so that I don't think that I need to put makeup on it. And just enhance those highlights. You know what? Somebody told me the other day that they thought that I always wore highlight and contour.
Wow.
And I do not.
You do not.
I wear blush. I wear blush sometimes, but I don't. Well, anytime that I wore face makeup, I put blush on, but I never have contoured.
It's your face structure.
I guess so.
And yeah, the French always say, she's posing.
Les incompetents.
The French, you're what the French call les incompetents. Home Alone.
Yeah. Aww. Thank you. I'm glad.
I love that part. The French women who, yes, let's not kid ourselves, they can be a little bit freaking annoying. Uh-huh. Like all cultures.
Oh, for sure.
But they're right about so many things. And one of the things they preach in French beauty secret books anyways, who knows what a real French person would say, is that they're all about taking care of the skin, whereas American women are about covering it up.
Yep.
Yes.
Absolutely. Amy, what was that sound?
I know what you're thinking, but I didn't toot. You see, I've been enjoying this yogurt-based drink with loads of health benefits. And only one drawback.
Are you talking about Lifeway Queever?
I'm making all kinds of noise about it.
Well, that's because this episode is sponsored by Lifeway Queever. Literally the most awkward drink on the planet.
And I queef.
Yeah, 'cause he know, and no baby. Why am I the only person who had to say queef in that?
I wrote it.
You made me remember something that I wanted to tell you about that I don't think that I have. But my dear friend Stephanie told me that she read an article that people from other countries think that we Americans as a whole smell like spoiled milk.
Why?
Because lactose is such a huge part of our diets.
Oh my goodness.
That our skin just reeks naturally of rotten milk.
And we don't even notice it.
No. And I want to ask Sangavi about that. If she thought that, before.
Ooh, especially because she's around us when we sweat.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy to think about, and it makes me really self-conscious about that. Yeah. Do we really?
But then the French, they love their dairy too, right? I mean, they eat so much cheese.
Yeah.
Do they drink a lot of milk though? I know they like their cream and their butter.
Yeah.
But maybe they don't drink straight milk like we do as much. Wow. Well, and I do feel like I've heard from so many people that drinking a lot of milk or just dairy in general is not great for your skin.
No. Oh, it's not. Absolutely. I mean, Mackie, my son, is a perfect example. When he was a baby, he had so many allergies to so many things, but we found out he had eczema so bad that, oh my gosh, from the time he was born until the time he was about 4 when we got the test done, he would look like we had drugged him from the back of a truck. I mean, it was so bad. On his eyelids, his ears, in between his fingers, his toes, everywhere was covered in eczema when he would have the flare-ups. And then when he wasn't having flare-ups, it was just still dry and cracked. And his fingers and his feet still flare up. Like right now, he's having a pretty bad flare-up on his toes. But we found out that the main culprit was eggs and dairy.
Oh my gosh.
He was allergic to both of them. Wow. And so we had to quit. I mean, we'd notice when he would eat eggs that immediately he'd get little hives around his mouth, which was sad because he loved eggs. So we took that out for like a year, and we lowered his milk intake, and his eczema went away like 95%.
I've heard a lot of people say that with skin complaints when they've eliminated milk. Yeah. That they've gone away.
I wonder if I should try that because I do get tummy problems whenever I drink it.
Yeah. I kind of think I should too because like even now I've got I'm not covering them up, but I've got little breakouts and I'm
Me too.
33. I thought I would be done with this by now.
Why is it still happening? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If I'm going to have the skin of a 15-year-old, I want the boobs and the butt of one also.
Yes, thank you.
But we did reintroduce eggs and milk back into Mackie's diet after a while, after about a year, and he did much better after that. But I think that he could do even better. I think he could do even better if he had even less. Yeah. The kid really loves his milk and his eggs, though, and he does not drink anything but water. So when he wants milk, which is not every day, I feel bad not giving it to him.
I feel like if it's not even every day and it's a treat, I think that's not a huge deal. Yeah. I know Imogen wants a glass of milk every night. And granted, she hasn't shown any ill effects from it, but still, I mean, I don't really think we were meant to just guzzle milk.
Yeah, not cow milk.
No.
You really weren't.
It's another animal's breast milk. Yeah. Yeah. Why are we drinking it at all?
And then it disgusts people for babies to drink mother's milk.
I know. Our society is pretty screwed up.
I would have... I actually had a friend when I was nursing Mackie who was having problems. I don't remember why. Like she was drying up or something. And she was so upset about it, and we had talked about the possibility of me. I was, oh my gosh, I produced so much milk.
Oh, did you?
Ridiculous. I was able to keep feeding him milk for probably 3 months after I quit pumping and nursing him. I put it in his cereal. I gave it to him in bottles or his sippy cups because my whole freezer was full of milk. So
you were one of those lucky ones.
Oh yeah, I was very lucky. There were times where I'm not going to get into that, but
no. I'm picturing mishaps in public, but
mishaps in public and just pumping in general and nodding off, and then I wake up with a pile of milk in my lap because it's just over pumped. But I was I'd talked to this girl about donating her some of my milk. So, and we were going to do it, but then she had tried some natural things that worked on getting her milk supply back up, and it was fine. But I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's
very
way
common.
more normal than just taking your kid off breast milk and giving them cow milk instead. It's
in other cultures, like Vietnam, women nurse each other's babies.
Yes, and why not?
Women, they help each other.
Why not?
The only reason that I would caution people in the States is like, don't buy it off Craigslist.
Oh,
you don't know. I mean,
for sure.
Use your common sense. But if it's a friend or a family member that you really trust, their medical history,
yes,
it's pretty normal.
I mean, we're not going to just take milk. We're not going to go suck on a cow teat.
Yeah.
We take our precautions with cow,
exactly.
Milk. So definitely same thing with human, but there's nothing wrong or weird about it.
No, it's our natural bodily functions. And saying bodily functions doesn't sound too pretty.
No, it doesn't. But it's a wonderful thing that we're able
wonderful.
to, we could completely feed our child with.
It's incredible. That's how Vu stayed alive coming on that boat from Vietnam. He was a nursing baby. And his mom said, and I don't want to be too depressing, but some of the other moms, their milk did dry up from the stress and the babies did not survive.
Oh my gosh.
And it's just heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It's incredible just to think that she was able to keep him alive that way in those circumstances and keep him pretty healthy.
Yep. And sassy to this day.
Oh, he's sassy, all right. He's one sassy man.
Sasquatchy man.
He's not as big as Bigfoot. Throwback. So, it sounds like makeup is our top, if not, I think it's tied for me with the makeup and the running. Yes. We're still running.
We are still running.
And we still like it.
And we love it.
I'm actually sad I haven't done it in the last 2 days.
But we're going to do it today. Yesterday we worked our butts off.
We did.
I Zumba'd. You stayed home with your family as I probably should have. But then we photographed a wedding, and you were my assistant.
Yes,
so
I got to be her assistant for the first time.
It was awesome. It was amazing.
It was the most, if I would be completely spoiled if I didn't know that not every single wedding was like this. Because everything about it went off without a hitch. These people were so chill and lovely and kind and respectful to all the vendors and really sweet to us.
Yeah.
The wedding itself was small and quaint, but beautifully done.
Yeah. They wanted it to be intimate, and it was maybe 35 people there.
Close family members, close friends.
Close family members and about 4 friends on each side.
Yeah.
And then, I'm telling you, I have photographed some DIY weddings. And when you think DIY, you think nothing wrong with it. I have photographed plenty of these that I have loved, that have been beautiful. But your mind goes to mason jars and burlap.
Yes.
That's what people do, and that's what you think of in this area as DIY. This family put so much thought into this. It could have easily been a
disaster.
It could have been a disaster, but the way it looked, I assumed that they had some sort of event coordinator.
We asked who did it. It was that gorgeous.
It was stunning.
They did a long outdoor
family style
table, white linens, and just covered in greenery.
Oh yeah, they bought the greenery from Sam's Club was spread all along the middle of the table, and then they had hydrangeas placed around it, and then large centerpiece hydrangeas and
white roses, I believe.
White roses. And then they had it was gold accents, so they had gold plates and gold chargers, gold silverware, beautiful. I have to figure out where their menu and everything was printed, because that was beautiful. And then a sprig of rosemary. And they own a bee farm.
And they had, the gold was it was like a honey gold.
Yes.
It had this burnished golden sheen to it. It was So magical.
It was so magical. And then they had their little thank you notepads with bees on them and little jars of honey for their guests. And beautiful cake. It was simple, but so elegant.
I wanted that cake.
It was all just amazing. And then just a guy over in the corner playing the acoustic guitar.
Singing with a beautiful voice.
There were ponies running around. Little mini ponies.
And let me just say that we finally got to get to know the owners a little bit. She rescued all those ponies. They're all, and beyond that, she apparently rescues bunnies and turtles.
Full-size horses.
And she's a science teacher.
Yes. All of the little horses are geriatric. They're so old. And one of them just kept rubbing its butt up against the fence.
Because it gets so itchy. And it was so cute. And they'll groom each other like
they were
cats.
grooming each other.
It was, and the day was unseasonably cool.
It was
and
supposed
breezy.
to be horrible rain. I mean, for weeks, it said that this day was supposed to be just rain, nonstop. And there was not a drop of rain in sight. Clear blue skies.
The heavens were smiling.
It was gorgeous.
Yes, and that was my first experience assisting you with a wedding.
Yeah, there could not have been a better wedding for you to assist, like the first time.
I did not feel like it was even that hard for me.
Yeah.
I was like a little creeper, I hung out by your side. As I said, I sort of hung out in the bushes a little bit and people watched.
Well, I told you, it's not every wedding is like that. Usually there are hiccups. Usually there's some running around like chicken with your head cut off, trying to set up lighting and carry this bag to this place and then back to this place. But it did not turn out that way at all.
And partly because of the attitude of the people who planned it, which we can learn a lot from.
Oh, yeah.
We actually got graciously welcomed into their home for a little pre-wedding shoot. And you want to tell them about these people's home?
It's so beautiful. It was so just like the wedding itself. It was elegant, charming, relaxed, and uncluttered. Just like their schedule and their attitude. Yeah, and welcoming.
Yes.
So welcoming and just, gosh, it was just the ideal day with the ideal people.
It led us to our next obsession.
Yep. Which is?
I will tell you.
We are going to tell you now.
At this almost very moment.
Right this second.
Decluttering.
I
don't know why that had to happen.
I am getting so frustrated with my bedroom and my bathroom.
Me too.
I think we've discussed before that you spend a third of your life, one third. People,
third, guys.
A third. That's a freak ton.
The freak ton. Almost the highest, almost the percentage out of the narcissism score I got.
Yes.
I got more like a quarter. I got a quarter.
You did.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Not even a quarter.
Not even a quarter.
No.
It was more like, well, it wouldn't have been a third either.
See, clearly I am overconfident in my math skills, too. Anyways, go on with what you were saying.
Whatever amount it was, you can tell us. Okay, we spend a third of our lives in our bedrooms. We should have it as a bit of a sanctuary.
Yes.
It should feel good. We should want to be in it. We should feel good when we are in it. And it should smell good. And it should just, whatever it is that makes you feel good.
It should be a haven. And that's going to look different.
Yeah. If it's a full freaking room of everything, then great. But I want mine to be decluttered. All of my stuff is a little bit it's a little eclectic.
Yeah, which is you, and you definitely will still have that, and I'm the same way. Like, as much as I adored this home that we're talking about, it was so thoughtfully structured that I probably wouldn't function well in that environment.
No, me neither. I would do great in it if it was like an Airbnb. Exactly. I would feel freaking fancy.
That's what I would want.
Yes, me too. But to live in it every day, I would feel
out of place.
A little out of place, yeah. Which is fine.
It's fine. Everybody's different. But I do think most people who say they thrive in a messy environment are probably kidding themselves.
And that's what I was thinking today when I was thinking of this obsession. I use the excuse, oh, well, I'm a creative. Mm-hmm. And creatives tend to keep their workspaces messy. Mm-hmm. Granted, yes, that is true. That is what I've always heard, and it seems to be true for me. But can I train myself? And I have. Like, the thing is, I have trained myself in spurts. Mm-hmm. Like, I'll go a month making my bed every single day and making sure that I turn on my oil lamp thing.
I have been making my bed.
That's good. Yeah. I haven't.
I'm going to start bothering you about it then.
Bother me to do that. I'm going to clean my room real nice like. Mm-hmm. I'm going to declutter some things. I already decluttered my makeup today.
I need to do that. I decluttered a ton of clothing, but my makeup is still... This is embarrassing, but I'm going to tell you. I don't even open my vanity desk. I use all the stuff that's on top of it.
Because
it is full of makeup in there. Makeup that I haven't touched for months, so why am I keeping it?
It's probably expired at this point.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's so hard, but I think we can do it. Mm-hmm. We need to, what I'll probably do is spend this week, because praise the heavens up above, I don't have a wedding to shoot. After how long has it been since?
It feels like it's been every single weekend.
It's been every weekend months. For a few months now that I've had a wedding to photograph. I have 4 weekends free.
And you need them, because let me tell you, as much as I loved yesterday and I would do it again in a heartbeat, mm-hmm. I was shattered at the end of the day.
Yeah, and that was
an easy one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, I mean, I don't know if you guys are photographers, you know photographers, have photographer friends. You'll hear photographers say that they get wedding hangovers. And let me tell you something. It is a real thing.
It is.
You feel like, the best way that I can describe it is that you feel like you've been ran over by, like you've been hit by a truck.
I felt that today.
Yeah.
I stayed in bed until almost 10.
Yes.
I've never done that. I mean, I've done it, but I haven't done it in years, probably.
Yes. It's exhausting. And you, on top of it, yeah, you're on your feet, you're walking, you're carrying bags, this and that, but it is so exhausting mentally.
Yes, because you're constantly vigilant.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw it happen yesterday. I was like happily gnawing on a twice-baked potato, and Melody was like, oh, I'm concerned that they might need us. And I was like, oh, we've only been sitting here. I think, seriously, we've been sitting there about 4.5 minutes.
Maybe.
And I said, I don't think they need us right now. Look at them. They're sitting talking. And she's like, And she was getting ready to check. Well, she didn't have to, because someone popped around the corner and said, are they ready for the dances? And, they were really nice about it. But she didn't even get to finish her food.
No.
And like we said, that was for a chill environment.
Yes, exactly. So it's a little bit draining. It is so worth it, and I love it. But I am welcoming these few weekends off with open arms and happy smiles, because
real happy. Phew. Although right now she looks more intense
because my eyes are bugging. So because I'm thinking what I'm going to have to do this week now. Well, okay, maybe not. Yeah, I'll try to. I do have a lot of editing work and stuff to do from these past ones, but when I get caught up with all of my work, I'm going to focus on decluttering my bedroom and my bathroom. I will do it this week. I will make the time to do it this week. And then live in my sanctuary. If you guys have any tips on how to continue staying tidy, please help. I keep the living room tidy and the kitchen because of help from my family. Mm-hmm. But my bedroom and my bathroom is just like a
no man's
cluster.
Land.
Crazy.
I know. My husband's office always looks beautiful. But he pretty much leaves me to reign over the bedroom because it's all my stuff in there. I mean, of course, he'll help with it, but he doesn't move my stuff around. Right. And that's what causes all the problems. Yeah. It just does not come naturally. Mm-mm. But that's an excuse, too, because it's also a habit. Yeah. I mean, brushing our teeth at one point did not come naturally. That's true. Ransom, my son, is learning about that now. Mm-hmm. He was lamenting that he can't remember to brush his teeth. And I said, oh, trust me, if you do it enough, which you will, you won't even think about it. No. It's the same with everything else that's really important to you. Yeah. So, yeah.
We can do it.
We can do it.
Oh, it's so hard.
I feel like this is a pleasant little snowball of habits that all go together really well.
We're just going to be making our lives.
Yeah, if we can figure out how to freaking wake up early.
I know. I mean,
I loved it when we did it. for the 3 days that we did it.
We felt, I mean, that first day.
Oh my gosh.
Both you and I were just like, so joyful.
Meditating, picking flowers.
We watched the sunrise.
I went for a bike ride before my family even got out of bed.
So ridiculous. And we cannot do it anymore.
No, now I am a total mess again in the morning.
Me too.
And I want to say, well, let's start again tomorrow. But then the other part of me says, I have a wedding hangover from just being your assistant at a really easy wedding. And maybe I want to sleep in till 7.
It's a new week. I got a new calendar.
Ooh, fresh calendar is a big deal.
Uh-huh. So let's try it. Let's try to wake up. Let's try to declutter our rooms this week.
Yeah, let's make miniature goals. Mm-hmm. Like maybe tomorrow I can try 6:30.
Yeah.
I want to eventually get to 5.
I would like that too.
But I'd like to go incrementally.
Yeah.
Like we do with running.
Yeah.
This was just our metaphorical walk break in the middle of a grueling run.
There you go. That's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
And now we're easing
I have made my thumb fall asleep by holding this.
Ooh. Well, your hand isn't usually in that position for long periods of time.
It's weird.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting. Sometimes my hand falls asleep at night when I'm playing Panda Pop.
The one that's doing the work?
Yeah. No. How does that work? I guess it's...
Oh, just like...
Yeah, I'm holding it because I'm lying down and I hold it above my head.
Your thumb is fine, but the rest of your fingers are...
And then I'm like, oh, my whole arm is going numb. This is very sad. I did start reading To Kill a Mockingbird, though.
Good for you.
So many good obsessions that all play into each other.
Yeah.
Because I can go outside and read that in the morning while I drink my coffee.
Yep.
Boo Radley, y'all.
Look forward to that. Boo Radley, y'all. How far are you?
Not far enough to even have met Boo Radley.
Oh, that's awesome. What else? What else we have?
We have the fact that although we're not entirely sure about our listenership, we have a really... What?
We should tell people about our latest random act of weirdness and kindness.
Oh, we need to. I was going in a totally different direction.
I am sorry to interrupt you with that.
No. It's okay.
We can get through this really fast.
Let's
do you want to go with yours, and then we'll go with the... Or should we, now that I've messed it up, go with...
Listener Jenny gave us good feedback that she's running now, too, because she listened to the episode on running, and we love her so much. Thank you, Jenny. We love you.
You've gotten really good.
I know. I've practiced.
I'm proud of you because at the beginning...
It was sad.
It was rough.
Yeah.
Let's say that slower because it really deserves the attention that it deserves.
It deserves it because it does.
So sweetly.
Oh my goodness.
Our dear friend, fellow Zumba partner, and
awesome person.
She's
funny. She's quirky. She's cute.
Doo-doo head. She let me know this weekend that because she listened to our episode about our rebelling. It was the rebellion. It was the first one, yeah.
The one that you were concerned was boring.
Yes.
But I liked it.
And I did not like it.
But you weren't sure. You just weren't sure. It was different.
Yeah. We had talked about how I was rebelling against myself with running. I said I'd never do it, and I did. We did.
Yes.
And it inspired her to do the same. She has never in her life ran, and she has started running.
I just can't believe that. I can't believe that this mess of a podcast. But that's it. It doesn't matter what a mess you are. It doesn't matter if you're just a beginner at something. If you're willing to talk and be vulnerable and to be encouraging, it will have an effect on other people.
Yes, it absolutely will. And I love that we are realizing that we are, we have set our own limitations. We don't have to do that.
Exactly.
We can break those. And we are doing it, and other people are following. And even if Jenny is the only person who has ever listened to this and who will ever listen to that video to that episode and will ever get anything from it, then
it's worth it.
It is so worth it. And I know that sounds cliche,
but it's true.
But it is so true. I love that. And I love her for letting us know. And guess what?
What's that?
I was so excited and inspired by her that I said, you know what then? Let's run a 5K together.
Yeah, you did.
I cannot believe that I ever even uttered those words, because it was something I said I would never do.
And then here you are actually being the one to suggest it.
I know. So I told her to figure out what 5K will be in this area in the fall, and I will run it with her, and you will run it with us. And I think my friend Steph, she started running. We went and got running shoes together.
She did.
I think she's going to run. Said she wanted to run the 5K.
I would love it if we could wear doo-doo head shirts. Some manner of doo-doo head shirts.
How great would
Team
that
Doo-Doo
be?
Head, or Team You Want to Hear Something Weird? You want to hear something weird? On the front, on the back, we ran a 5K.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Do you want to run with us?
Do you?
Ooh. Watch your step. You might folly.
In some dew.
I love it. And Jenny, thank you again. That was an amazing boost of confidence for us.
Yes.
That, that we should keep doing this. I mean, I didn't think we shouldn't.
But it's nice to have the encouragement, because
really is.
This is a completely indie operation. We don't have any kind of producer. We don't have, what's it called?
Funds.
We don't have money. We don't have, what is the word I'm looking for? Feral Audio. What are they?
Yeah, they're a production company.
Yeah. I feel like there's another word, but it's fine. Yeah, we're doing this on our own.
All on our own.
And yeah, sometimes we wonder why we're doing it. Not exactly why, but we're wondering what will come out of it.
Yeah.
And the truth is, sometimes you just got to throw it out there and let something good come out of it.
I'm having a great time.
That's enough right there.
Yep.
Me too.
So weird. We always, you guys know, we're a weird duo.
And this is really something weird.
We have similar brains. We used to surprise each other with our similarities, and now we're just like, of course.
We're just like, of course.
Of course.
Let's just keep this to ourselves because Josh will just groan.
Exactly. Well, the other day, Amy and I were messaging each other, and I don't remember
why I said it.
For some reason, I asked her if she needed anything else. Can I do anything else for you or something?
Yeah, it was some sort of sarcastic comment. And so I said...
She said, I'd like an orange kitten, please.
And Melody said, I want one too.
Ooh, yeah, I want one too.
And I said, let's get siblings.
Yeah. So we laughed about it.
Moving on with our day.
We somehow have started I don't know for what reason we both at the same time started using the effects of putting hearts or haha on an iPhone. You can
Yes.
You can show your happiness on a comment without responding.
I do it sometimes when I'm driving.
We do it all the freaking time to each other. And it started recently.
And sometimes I will do it and then I will also still respond.
Oh, me too.
I think you helped me normalize it.
Yeah.
For a while I was the only person who did it occasionally.
I know.
And I was like, this is so lame, but I enjoy it. And then you started doing it.
And then so it was like, it's fine. I know we always do it.
Always.
Josh hates it. He told me he hates it when we do it. I'm
going to keep doing it.
Me too. I do it even more now because of it.
I'm going to send him a message right now and do it.
I will too.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she, a couple hours later, sends me a picture of 2 orange sibling kitties.
Kittens who need a home.
Oh my God.
What the hell?
She even freaking timestamped it, like check the timestamps on it, because she was like, maybe
subconsciously
I saw it in my feed and mentioned it. No, she had sent me that message hours before she saw the post of the kitties.
It was bizarre. And you know what I thought when I first saw it in my feed? I thought you had posted it as a joke. Like, oh, here's our orange kittens. I found a picture of 2 orange kittens. And I was just impressed that you even found the picture.
Right? No, let alone that they were just down the road from us and needed homes.
Their names were Pancake and Mortimer.
Pancake and Mortimer.
And Mortimer was sitting up on his hindquarters.
Yeah, it was so cute.
It was beyond.
I wanted to change their name to Mungojerry and Rumpleteaser.
Which I was totally okay with, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to call them Mungo and Rumple.
Yeah. Well, we find out that our roommate husband's situations were not okay with us having these cats. So, unfortunately, we had to say no. However, we did get to bring them home for a few minutes to take beautiful pictures of them.
Because we are damn good people.
That is right. So,
No. We're great people.
We are great people.
Continue.
Wonderful people.
Mm-hmm.
We took pictures, beautiful pictures, that got them homes.
Within 2 days.
Within 2 days. Actually, the very next day, a girl messaged me and said she wanted one of them, and then when she went to pick it up, she took them both.
And thank goodness, because they're so bonded.
Have you seen the pictures she's posted on my feed? Oh my gosh. They were sleeping together last night on top of each other. She's kept me updated on them in her home now that they completed their home.
So thank you to Layla for fostering them.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you to this amazing person who took them.
Yes, Emily.
Yeah. Emily, you hopefully will have so many years of joy with these 2 cats.
For sure.
I want to know what she names them.
Oh, yeah, me too. I wonder if she's going to keep them the same.
Yeah.
Well,
so it was a weird thing. It's one thing to have the coincidence of us both wanting orange kittens.
Yeah.
But then to actually somehow manifest it in the universe?
What the hell?
I know. And I've got to say, without it, those kittens may still be searching for a home.
That's true.
Even though we didn't get to keep them. Which is why I think our next good deed as a podcast, no, just as people, should be going to animal shelters or to foster animals and taking beautiful photos of them.
I want to do that so badly.
I think it really helps them get adopted. I know it helped Pancake and Mortimer.
I mean, gosh, how can you look past?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not going to toot my own horn, but toot. Those were adorable freaking pictures.
And here's the thing. Not everyone has the ability or the equipment. Hardly anyone has and everyone is so visual that they're just going to scroll past a picture and not really notice it.
Yeah.
But when they see a beautiful picture of a kitten and they're like, wait, that's not only a beautiful picture, that's a cat I could have.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was taken with a purpose. These cats are somehow now more important.
Yes. They're as important as they should have been.
Yes.
But aren't in our culture.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not.
Guys, spay and neuter your cats. Spay and neuter your dogs.
There's nothing better than a kitten or a puppy. And if they're homeless, there's nothing worse.
Right.
Yeah. So on that wonderful note, what's our goal for this week?
Our goal?
I just thought I would throw that out there.
Our goal, I think I've made pretty darn clear, Amy.
Wake up early and declutter?
Yeah.
And make your bed?
Yeah.
And
make my make my room smell good.
Keep running.
Keep running. I'm loving that. So
yeah.
I purchased freaking expensive running shoes. I went and got my gait tested.
They're so cute.
I got shoes made for my foot.
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
so that I could run.
We need a field trip too.
Yes.
We need to pick up a few... Oh no, that was a terrible idea. I'm going to say it anyway. Pick up a few things to spruce up our bedrooms.
I agree.
But we'll declutter even more.
Yeah, exactly. Because of the few things,
yes.
It may be something that helps us declutter.
Yeah.
Like a nice...
trash bag.
Trash can.
Oh.
Trash can or
My trash cans are too small.
Some sort of drawer system to hide clutter that like just lays around.
Dresser contraption?
A dresser contraption, if you will.
Yeah, if you will.
A contraption.
Yes. So wake up early, have your breakfast, drink that kefir.
And drink that kefir and don't be a queefer.
And we love you.
And we like you.
We care about you.
And please tell all your friends we like cotton candy.
Bye.
Wave when I wave. Bye.